Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to XCOM 2. I suspect we're going to be doing a whole bunch of base stuff in this video because we're mostly just waiting for things to
Aside
happen.
from us getting this ship up and running, which was mostly Dr. Shen's work, I haven't...
Sorry, Central. Don't care what you have to say right now. We got other things to worry about. So we're in the process of doing an autopsy on the Advent Stun Lancer and building the Guerrilla Tactics School so that we can train our pet gorillas. Current actual objectives are construct the Proving Ground facility, which is on my list of stuff to do. Don't hassle me. Just back off. I'll get to it when I'm ready. Research resistance communications, which we've done, and now use that thing that we researched to make contact with the eastern U.S., which we have just barely technically started, I guess. We flew over here. We haven't done anything yet. So we're just going to do that.
Attempting to establish local regional Guerrilla Tactics School now operational.
All right, new tactical and squad upgrades now available for purchase. New staff slot available. Trains rookies as a specific class. Ooh, I like that a lot. And then Elsa Santiago is now available to do other engineering things. So let's check this out. Kind of cool looking place. Okay, new combat tactics. So, interesting. Okay. So like the officer training school or whatever it was in the previous XCOM. Yeah, that, I think, sure. You have to, in addition to just like paying for whatever the upgrade is, you have to have a soldier somewhere who has at least reached a certain rank. So we cannot increase our squad size to allow 5 soldiers per mission until somebody has reached the rank of sergeant. And then, you know, more, these are all sergeant things, there's lieutenant things, they're captain, major, and then it looks like they're actual things unique to each of the different classes. So getting a sharpshooter captain gives us a sharpshooter bonus so that all sharpshooters get an extra 10% chance to critical hit, which is awesome. We'll just look at these because we're down here. Why not? Specialists gain plus 10 aim and the ability to critical hit when they're taking Overwatch and reaction shots. That's really cool because Overwatch is it's at a penalty, but you're usually catching enemies outside of cover, so those kind of cancel each other out to some minor extent, and you can't get a crit when you're overwatching, but specialists maybe can if we get a captain. That's really cool. Ranger attacks against flanked enemies deal plus 3 damage. That is awesome. Grenadier, biggest booms. Explosives can inflict critical damage. I'm actually not sure how I feel about that one. One of the things I like about explosives, at least from Enemy Unknown, was that they did very constant, reliable damage. There was no range on them like when you're shooting with guns, so you would know you were always going to do X amount of damage, and it could help you plan and like capture enemies and stuff. So I don't know about allowing explosives to do crits. It makes them far more viable for just killing things, but that's rarely what I used explosives for. Starting at the top. Vulture, which we can get now. Enemies drop an additional item with every timed loot drop. So all the loot drops that'll expire after a couple of seconds or a couple of turns. Seconds, Jesus, that would be awful. After a couple of turns, they will now drop an extra item on top of what they're already dropping. That's really cool. We're going to definitely want that eventually. Squad size 1, you can have an extra person. That's like one of the most important things ever in the entire universe. Lightning Strike. Units gain plus 3 mobility, so they can move 3 extra squares for the first 2 turns of battle as long as the squad is concealed. So, very particular, but it still seems really useful for those missions where we are concealed at the beginning. Wet Work, plus 25% experience gained from kills. Yeah, that's always good. Helps us level people up quicker. Vengeance. If a squad mate dies or is critically wounded, gain a random tactical bonus for 2 turns. that would be helpful, but I don't ever want to be in a situation where that's helpful. I mean, people are inevitably going to die, and this will be helpful when that happens, but I don't want people to die. I don't want that to be useful. Integrated warfare. PCS bonuses are significantly improved. No idea what the PCSs are or anything about those. That's the, like, there's like an extra equip slot on your soldiers, but we don't have that. We can't do anything with that yet. So that'll probably be really helpful later, but for now, it's all gibberish to me. Squad size 2, so that'll take us from whatever we're at +1, so it'll take us, like from 4 to 5, or from 5 to 6 if we get squad size 1, which we're going to do, because that's the most important thing ever. This is the second most important thing ever. Stay with me. This is also actually really, really good. Soldiers are far more likely to bleed out rather than to die outright. So when they hit 0 HP, they're far more likely to, like, hold on to life and just by a thread and spend a couple turns bleeding out, so it'll give us a chance to, like, run over with a med kit and stabilize them, or use a ranged specialist gremlin to save them or something. So that's cool. And then we talked about the class bonuses. That's really cool. Open. A soldier is required. Assign a rookie here to train for a specific class. Yeah, so... yes... So for 5 days, we can train someone, a rookie, to very specifically become a grenadier, a ranger, or a sharpshooter, or a specialist, rather than just trying to get them a kill and hoping that they level up into something that we want them to become. So this is actually really cool. I'm a huge fan of that. In fact, I'm going to go check the armory real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 2 of every... So we don't have 2 ranger. Oh, because our ranger from the tutorial mission is already dead. I don't know how that happened. Certainly wasn't my fault. So getting another ranger would actually be really, really helpful. So let's do that. And then we'll have 2 of everything. And I kind of want to send 1 down each of the different skill trees and just see how that shakes out. Like, just give each of them a shot until I figure out which ones I like. I think I know... it's very likely as people level up that I'm going to know what I want or what I like, but I want to give each tree a fair shake and see how they go through the game, if they last very long. Okay, so you'll train as a specific class, but you'll be unavailable for combat during the training process. Yeah, that's fine. You're a rookie. It's whatever. So in 5 days, we will have a second ranger. So that's kind of cool. That doesn't cost us anything. We could just do that. Just churn through all the rookies and turn them into useful things. We have an unstaffed engineer. I know that. I probably want you to clear out the alien machinery. So yeah, Elsa, you're gonna do that for now. Okay, that's fine. I was confused because it still said unstaffed engineer. All right, let's have at it. Let's get back to communicating with the East Coast.
The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander.
Okay,
Although
some
Advent
answer.
clearly intended for these units to be their means of dealing with any unruly civilians within the city centers, it seems they have come to rely on more brutal means of pacification in the time since.
All right, research report, codename Chaplain. On both the physical and genetic level, the Advent Stun Lancers are nearly identical to the troopers our forces regularly see in combat. However, a minor yet crucial adjustment to the muscle fiber density of the Lancer improves both agility and overall survivability. Equipped with non-lethal weapons capable of easily disabling human targets, these Lancers were first deployed during the earliest days following Advent's establishment of the city centers, when civil unrest was a more common problem than outright resistance. In studying their usage and deployment, this raised an interesting question. If the Lancers were among the first Advent forces deployed, and their survivability is somewhat higher than that of the standard trooper, did the aliens consciously reduce the trooper's strength based on their assessment of human combat readiness? This would imply a system of rapid genetic modification beyond what I had previously imagined the aliens were capable of. It would also demonstrate a degree of genetic frugality that I would have previously assumed was irrelevant to the aliens based on the variety of unusual experiments they have conducted. Cool, and that unlocks the ability to create arc blades. Arc blade! When pure kinetic energy is no longer sufficient in the field, the arc blade may prove necessary. It boosts the standard sword's combat effectiveness with the addition of an electric field, capable of stunning enemies that are not killed outright. So I'm assuming this just adds a stun effect to our sword, so we do damage, probably extra damage because it's a better sword, maybe? I don't know. But I'm assuming we do damage, and if it'll still be like normal damage, but if the thing doesn't die, it'll perhaps be stunned. Therefore, keeping our ranger, who is in melee range, because they hit him with the sword, alive a bit longer. We're giving him a better odds of survival. So I kind of like that. Interesting. We might want to work on that. So we can do an autopsy on the faceless for 3 days. For 5 days, we can work on resistance radio. I kind of want to do resistance radio. This will be the equivalent of like building satellite relays and stuff, I'm assuming. So we can probably do something with these radio. It'll let us expand the number of regions that we can connect to.
I foresee a number of valuable applications.
So if we go back and check up here
I'll
in
have
the
a
command
report
center,
assembled as soon as the research is complete.
we're using 2 out of 3 contacts, and we have no way that I know of yet to expand the number of places we can contact. So I'm assuming that this research will let us do that. So, ooh, and a couple of folks have recovered. That's cool.
New objective added.
Cool. So it looks like we've made contact with the East Coast Resistance Cell here in the U.S., and that has enabled us to launch an assault on the Advent Black Site, which is one of our main, primary objectives. So,
Commander, we've established contact with the local resistance, and we can move on the Advent Black Site on your order. We should make sure our troops are fully equipped and ready for a tough mission. I'm guessing security will be tight at the facility. I've updated our latest operational objectives, Commander.
hooray! I love extra difficult missions. With most of our good soldiers quite thoroughly wounded. So yeah, people of the Eastern U.S. stand ready to help XCOM however we can, and we now have an extra 77 superbucks added to our monthly income.
New regional contacts located.
We can also start making contact with New Mexico and Western Europe. That's cool. Okay, so what do we do with the Avenger? We can check out the gang warfare here for a new guerrilla operation. We can also go check out the supply drop. The 150 megabucks will be really helpful. I think I'm going to go make contact with New Mexico under the hopes that this will enable us to get a continental bonus. I have no idea, A, if this will be sufficient to get the continental bonus, and B, what that bonus would be, and I guess C, whether or not that's actually useful to us. But let's have at it. Let's go for it. Let's do this. And then I want to get the Monopoly Fun Bucks up there. So,
Commander, we've utilized all of our available communications capacity. We can't establish any new contacts until we upgrade our systems.
I know. We also got to upgrade our stuff, blah, blah, blah. And remember, each jump costs us an extra 30, so like 30 to make contact with something immediately adjacent to the western U.S. And then it cost us 60 intel to start making contact with New Mexico. But we've paid that, we're good, and we're down to 40 intel. So that's what the intel is used for. Yeah, so we can check out the Advent Black site. We can go get dollars. We can make contact with New Mexico. I have no idea what the gang warfare guerrilla op is. We're going to try to make contact with New Mexico, though.
Commander, we have a priority message coming through. It looks like an encoded signal from the Resistance. Patching it through to your quarters now.
Oh, is it going to be the council chairman guy?
Hello, Commander. It would seem your recent activities have gotten Advent's attention. Our unwelcome guests are on the move. Advent has been diverting considerable resources and personnel to covert facilities across the globe. The exact details of these operations are highly classified. However, they do have one thing in common. A single word that appears in all their files. Avatar. I believe the black site we had previously uncovered to be but a part of this Avatar project. Based on what we have uncovered so far, its true scope is far greater. This project is being directed from the very top of Advent, from a source I am still unable to determine. All attempts to uncover its identity have met with failure. It is time to take a more direct approach. Though we may not know the exact nature of this Avatar project, we can still disrupt it. We must root out these hidden facilities with the help of local resistance cells, disrupt our enemy's operations, and in the process, uncover the truth. Locate the source of this Avatar project, and then destroy it. Were the enemy to succeed in their efforts, I am certain it would mean the end for us all. I am confident you will take whatever measures necessary to eliminate this threat, Commander.
We're tracking the aliens' progress on this Avatar project here. If they finish what they've started, it sounds like it'll be the end for all of us.
So is this like a new mission or what? Completion of the Avatar project is the aliens' ultimate goal, Commander. We must stop the project before it is too late. Location unknown. We need more info. What? So are we on like a countdown, like a doom clock or something to until Avatar happens? I am not a fan of that. I do not want us to be tied to... Like, I don't want us to be on a timer. That's horrible. That dramatically changes things, I think. We can't just, like, screw around and get stronger. Like, in the previous XCOM, you could kind of take time and, you know, research plasma weapons and laser weapons and get better stuff and more people and train them up. And, like, once the aliens peaked, like, they would just throw, like, tougher and tougher enemies at you. But once you knew how to deal with those and, like, the aliens peaked, you could get, like, super crazy overpowered before going and, like, kicking in the door on all the really tough story missions. For the most part. But if we're on an actual timer... Huh, that changes things. Maybe. We'll see. Well, I am kind of terrified of this Avatar thing here. Which, I also want to note, looks suspiciously like the scary enemies at the very end of Enemy Unknown. Huh. That's cool. But we still don't have, like, an actual mission. I mean, we can go do the Black Site raid, but I don't want to do that. So let's just keep scanning and see what happens. Guerrilla Ops targets, plural, I guess, acquired. We have acquired new targets for our guerrilla operations against Advent, Commander.
Commander, with the number of contacts we've established, we're getting requests for support from multiple sites around the world. Unfortunately, we only have the resources to respond to one of them. The decision is yours.
Oh, so these are to counter the two potential dark events that can take place right now. So we can go do Operation Bone Stank, hack the workstation on the Advent train. Easy mission, gives us 160 Monopoly Fun Bucks, and it will counter the UFO that's going to come try to hunt us down. If we go to Eastern United States, destroy the alien relay, difficulty easy. It will reward us with a new research scientist, which is not a bad thing. Operation Tomb Prince. And this will prevent the Advent's soldiers from gaining extra armor. Interesting. I honestly don't know which one would be more useful to us right now. We need more soldiers, or more, well, we need more soldiers too, but we need more scientists. That's the other S word I was looking for. We need more scientists because the game keeps whining at us, like, hey, you need more scientists, blah, it's in the corner. But like, we're getting to the point where all of the research that we want to do, or that we have available to us, is going to take a really long time, like several weeks. And having more scientists will cut that down and make the go by a lot quicker. But we're also broke. And having 160 super dollars will really help with that. And that'll enable us to like maybe invest in some better armor or weapons or like the psionic protection helmet, those sorts of things. Which could be really good, like extra med kits and like building the extra facilities and stuff that we need. I want to go for the 160 shekels. So I think we're going to do that. So we're going to go to the Western US. We're going to do Operation Bone Stank. But I'm not going to do it this time. We're going to do it in the next video. So let's at least like get our troops all kitted out. Let's do that real quick. Okay, so first things first, I don't think we need to take 2 grenadiers. This is an easy difficulty mission, whatever that means, but I'm assuming it means we can like have a decent chance of leveling up a rookie. You're the corporal, you're the squatty. We're gonna drop the corporal. Our one ranger is like very, very wounded right now. Otherwise, we do have a sharpshooter, we have a grenadier, and then over here we have a specialist. So we got one of everything. So let's bring a rookie along. Yeah, sure. Grenadiers, so let's make all the utility items available so we can get that smoke grenade. We'll give that to the other grenadier here. Oh yeah, you're the one who's just like wearing a t-shirt for armor. Oh, we need to get armor for our troops pretty badly. Okay, so let's build items, because this is a nice thing that you can just jump to. That's cool. Okay, so we can make a nanoscale vest for somebody, anybody, like, can be worn with all XCOM armors to increase a soldier's health. That's pretty good. More health is always good. I don't know who I would want to give it to. Like maybe the rookie to guarantee the rookie survives, but at the same time, like they're a rookie, they're kind of expendable. That's what they're there for. Cannot make an arc blade at all. Doesn't matter because we don't have a ranger, but you know it's a thing. Smoke grenade, we have one. I like it. I think it's fine. It's good. A mind shield. This will prevent us from having our mind taken. That's tempting. Sectoids are really obnoxious, and this would basically nullify everything that they do. for whoever has this one thing equipped. I think I'm gonna get a second med kit. I like med kits. They're really, really good. Flashbang, it's another option for our Grenadier. It debuffs all the enemies that we would hit with it, and it prevents them from, or it lowers their accuracy a lot, I'm assuming. The battle scanner is also really good. Battle scanner is really good. It used to be a sniper-only thing. We're gonna get one of those, and that's all of our cash. So, you're our support guy. What soldier ability? Nothing. Send your gremlin over to protect somebody. That's good to know. I'm also gonna give you the battle scanner. Sure. The rookie can have one of the med kits. No, I'm going to change that. I'm going to give our specialist the med kit, and I'm going to give the sniper the battle scanner. My reasoning being, when the sniper, when I need to like move the sniper up or something. Oh, yeah. No, it's fine. We'll do it this way. It's fine. It's gonna work. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Cool. So this is our squad. This is who's going in, and we're gonna do that next time. So thank you all for joining me. And may the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.